Okay, so here we are, chapter 13. Welcome back. It's been such a long time. So glad to see you guys again. Zatch Bell, chapter 13. We have Kyo and Zatch flying all the way over to Osaka to get back home to Japan. But they're not really trying to get home now, are they? They're trying to get back to Megumi. Megumi's singing a concert in a few days in Tokyo and Osaka, Aichi, and Fukuoka. I don't want to say that last name, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not Japanese. And we find out that the Belial's goons are here and they are ready to take down Megumi. We got a witch and the prince. They're asking the security guard what's going on with Megumi. He's like, oh yeah, there's a live concert tomorrow. And the witch is like, you idiot. That means they're going to stick out like a sore thumb right where she is. And the security guard's like, why? Do you want to know where she's staying? Are you a relative or something? And he's like, I'm a witch. Can't you tell me? Look at me. He's like, well, I don't know about any witches, but as a security guard, I don't know where Megumi is. And if I did, I would not tell a witch. And the witch is like, well, let's just come back tomorrow, okay, witch? And she's like, okay. But it was a book, right? The guy that brought that back, they had a book where he had spell stuff into the vials. Maybe we should be a little creative. And they're pointing to like the stadium. We can see the witch is eating ramen just out of a cup in the hotel room, watching anime, and the prince is just sleeping there. They go to the concession stand. They're like, sorry, we're all sold out of tickets. You can't come see Megumi. Everyone's all excited to see her. The witch is like, okay. And then everyone's all going inside. The witch is just sitting outside. The witch writes this poem on the blackest nights, bereft of light and darkness. The darkness is me. The joy is found over there. All the people are screaming happy about Megumi's concert. As the cold wind blows on this most dreary of days, the witch. And the witch is like, I swear, like about to cry. And I'm like, oh my god. This is the stuff I love about Zatch Bell. Like the witch is drawn in such detail. I'm like that, literally dying. Kyo and Zatch are trying to get tickets to come in to go see Megumi, and Prince is like, oh, what's that going on over there? And he's like, oh, if it's not Zatch Bell. And the book, he's like, oh, you got two books, the one for Kyo and the one for Zatch, the one for Tia. He's like, well, good luck getting that book over to Megumi. And then the witch is like, Gata Yuga, and makes this big flame wall over the stadium. And then they're like, I had to draw this up all day around the video yesterday into a vial for an energy source with a very thin coating of flame, so that way the book couldn't get over there. Otherwise, obviously it would ignite. And aren't me, Prince Pula, and the witch so clever? And the witch is like, it was me all along. It was my design. And I'm not talking about the Witch of Mercury. And it's like, this is a Gundam reference. Gundam and the Witch of Mercury. And I was like, oh my god, this witch stay up all night fucking watching Gundam. Are you kidding me? I was dying, laughing inside. And the witch is like, I almost feel sorry for you. You're staring down the most immaculate witch from every angle. And you know what that means? I mean, I'm assuming it means that they're fucked, but who can say really what it means? The final boss has entered the scene, and Kyo's like, Zakir! And then Zatch is like, wow, Kyo, you're really still just as brutal as I remember you. He's like, don't worry, I only did it as a joke. No big deal, bro. Don't take it so seriously. And then the witch is like, look deep in my eyes. Now you're going to feel some sorrowful despair. And then she's like, uh-oh, she's all right. She's fine. What's your name, human? And he goes, I'm Kyo. And then the prince is like, okay, Kyo, why did you just shoot such a fucking weak-ass attack at us, you fucking lamers? And Kyo's like, dude, it was a joke. Fucking get with the times. And the prince is like, you must think you're real, don't you, guy? He's like, well, I'm very similar to Wag, except he didn't have an ounce of civility, and I do. And gets in this, gothic ass armor with this circle demon blade thing around him and a demon blade arm. And he's like, I'll take you out good and strong. So he's like, if they keep moving, Zatch and Kyo can't launch an attack, so they're running away from them as best as they can. They're trying to get to a baseball field so that way there's no one around. And Prince is yelling at him. He's like, you've been the prince of, it's being too late lately, Zatch. And it's a really great title for you. He's like, there's so much blood on your hands. It must be a heavy cross to bear. And we can see him kind of like run after her. The witch has the briefcase, so he's running after Zatch. Zatch dodges pretty swiftly. You can see some pretty cool action scene there. And then he goes, oh, I slipped and made an opening. Good thing I didn't lead you straight through your neck. And he's like, is it starting to sink in yet that you guys are like going to have to take this seriously? Because before long, Megumi and Tio are going to be doomed to oblivion. And we cut over to Tia and the demon world. And we can see that they were able to ram into their hideout where they were protecting some demons. And they're taking out all these demons who look like they were supposed to somehow stand a chance. And we can see this one kid's dad, who is like a bear, is being attacked. But Tio shows up. I keep thinking she's Megumi, with a shield ready to go. Maybe not really a shield, but like a piece of armor or a blade. And just like completely blocks the attack and obliterates them by smacking them on the head. Then she's like, who's next? And then they do this weird kind of machine thing. And like they do these spiky punches. And, Tio is like, I ain't having any of this shit. She got blood all over, and she like launches this really cool shield thing. And obviously right now she's just using her strength. She doesn't have any spells at this point. Meanwhile, they're using spells on her. They've got this big cannon thing that looks like it's straight out of the Law of Ueke because it comes out of the hand, and it's got like multiple barrels. I'm like, whoa, that's a flashback and a half, isn't it? And Tio's like, bring it on. And Zatch is like, you're a fucking loser. Belial provided me with the best entertainment ever. I got the hiccups at the end here. You cannot even save the few remaining friends you have. You really are the king of being too late. And look at all these failures wreak havoc on your soul. Meanwhile, Megumi, it shows a picture of her at her concert. In the book, right outside the flame wall, she's yelling Rainbow Shield. I mean, obviously it's part of her song, but it's most likely going to be a spell. From that book. I don't know how it's going to be able to save Tia or Zatch, but I have a feeling it's going to save Tia, not Zatch, but time will tell. Overall, very good chapter. I really enjoyed all the action in it. This one, I have a little bit less of an idea of where it's going, obviously, but I don't think that Tia and Megumi are going to reunite super easily, like Kanchome and Zatch did with Kyo and Fulgore, but we'll see if I'm wrong there. It does seem like Megumi is going to actually have to go into the demon world to get her, or it's going to be vice versa, where Tia is going to have to go into the human realm and be like, oh, I lost all my friends, or something like that. Maybe she'll be warped in. Hard to really say. But yeah, this has been a very good chapter. I thought that this had a perfect blend of comedy and action. I really enjoyed it. I hope the next chapter is just as good as this one. One of the better chapters so far, not in terms of plot development, but in terms of comedy. That witch character, I guess her name is just the witch. Top tier, probably the best new character they've introduced at this time, besides Nosehair Bow. I don't know, they're kind of competing. They're up there. Nosehair Bow actually I think is better because he was very manly. He had a very courageous spirit. I really like Nosehair Bow. But yeah, it seems like these cards are cards and the books are books. I'm not quite certain who these people are and what their differences is, but excited to find out. Let me know what you guys thought down below. What do you expect to happen next? And this time we'll have to see in about a month because that's when the next chapter comes out. Assuming, of course, it actually comes out next month. Maybe it's a skip month. Who knows? We haven't had one of those in a while. But I hope not. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.